Ladies and gentlemen, V12, it's a fast one. Then tell them what you got to. There's three reasons I'm doing this video, and I broke it down to three categories. One, the problem. Two, the irony. And three, the comedy. Now, we're going to go right into the first part, and I'm going to just break down, all jokes aside, really why this is something that I feel needs to be addressed. Okay, so for everybody who knows or doesn't know, I am somebody who goes to the gym. I've dedicated years to going into the gym. I'm a pretty cautious, I couldn't even think of the word, person. So I'm throwing this up here. I've been 100% natural my entire life. The most I've ever took is pre-workout. And the reason I threw this up is because I've posted these pictures before. I've posted a lot of my fitness and health pictures and stuff like that. And people have told me, have asked me, yo, Screw, can you make videos about, health videos about how you lift, your workout, your food regimen, all this stuff. And I never really delved into that, but I felt like doing something like this would be one of those times I could do something like this and also cover something important. So there might be people who ask or wonder why this is such a thing. Well, the same reason why there's a lot of channels in the health world and the fitness world, if you look, that expose fake natties, people who are on substances, people who are doing surgery, because there is an issue. Now, you can do whatever you want to your body. It's your body. If you could put whatever in it, whatever. The issue comes when you present it as the truth, or you don't put a disclaimer that this is what you're doing. Because what happens is you set unrealistic body standards. You make people, usually young, go to the gym. You make them realize they're not getting the same results. And then that's when they start turning to the surgeries, to the substances, which absolutely hurts them. There's certain things that come from, there's the depressions, and a lot of that stuff doesn't get covered. And a lot of celebrities do things, maybe not realizing, or they do realize, not caring the full effect of it. So what I always tell people is, most of the stuff that you see that looks like superhero is fake. You have all the time you need. Doing it the right way is going to be the best way to do it. And slow and steady. If it's just cutting out certain things from your diet in the beginning, do that. If it's going to the gym once a week till after a certain amount of weeks, you go to a couple more times, do that. All I'm saying is, do not get body dysmorphia looking at these images on magazines, on the internet, and think on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, and thinking that this is the standard, and since you can't reach it, there's something wrong with you. Okay? We talk a lot about unrealistic body standards for women, but it happens for men too. Now, that was the problem. Let's get into the second part, the irony. Now, if you didn't know, Drake, Champagne Pop, put up a picture of these clearly fake abs. Now, he got some anchor abs. I know you've heard of anchor arms from SpongeBob. These are anchor abs. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just break down why. Because some people be like, how can you tell these are fake right away? Okay, let me just tell you how this works. Going back to the health stuff. There is no such thing as spot reducing fat. There is none. Your body is a well-oiled machine. It knows how to lose weight and gain muscle to compensate your whole body. If you ever see something where people are like, these are the 15 workouts to make get the most popping abs, it's most of the time it's not true. The way that you get abs is the same way that you work anything else, is you consistency and progressively overloading. That's all it is. So let me tell you why these are Mr. Potato Head abs. You see how Drake has no shoulders. He's got no arms, no biceps, nothing else but the abs. You see that? That's impossible. There are other muscle groups that would have to be worked out for his abs to be like this. And he went and got the Hulk abs. He didn't even go and get the let me make it look realistic. Nah, he went and got the super max abs. Huh? He said, nah. Y'all trying to give me the gold abs. I need platinum abs. He went through and got the what? Now, another thing that popped up. So obviously this is hilarious. And there was somebody said Drake, even his abs are ghostwritten. And I said, oh, y'all. We're going to go through some of the tweets and all the other stuff. Now, one of the original, now we know that he's been doing this and Drake's been getting bodied all, and we're going to get to the comedy a little later. But let's get to the irony. 3 people that have came out with the fake ab situation. And this all ties into the shifting of the guard. This all ties with how the inauthenticity is not what people are looking for as much. I'll take if you got a dad gut, but it's really you and you in there trying to go into the I respect that. You understand me? But like I said, you can do whatever you want. Just make sure you telling people you not really doing the real stuff so somebody doesn't crash out trying to achieve this. Now, let's look at the 3 people that have been prolific build-a-ab buyers. You heard of Build-A-Bear, they went to Build-A-Abs. So we got Drake. We got Mr. Hold on. This is one of the original. We got, just remember, French Montana. You can always tell, bro, because it's nothing but just it's like, come on, bro. That's not how that works, and we cannot let this become the thing. And these guys have been asked about certain things and pretended like it was all natural. No, bro, and here's another thing I'm going to show y'all. I forgot to shit. Right here on Drake's pectoral muscle. I don't know if y'all can see this, but if you zoom in, it's deflated. It's deflated. If you look at it right here, you can tell, another reason you can tell it's not real. This pectoral muscle regular, this one is deflated. And at first you might not you might think, oh, maybe he had an injury. Maybe, no. So French Montana, Drake, and then the third person, I made this tweet. And this became one of the most viral tweets I have ever tweeted in my life. And I'm going to tell you why I made this tweet. So this tweet got 64,000 hearts, 4.6 thousand retweets, 16 million views. Now, I saw Drake was getting cooked for his Play-Doh abs. I saw Drake was getting cooked for his Play-Doh abs, and I said, he can't, I get it. Drake be the mascot of corny stuff that goes on right now. I get it. But we're not letting Big Sean slide. Never that. So I posted this picture. I said, while we're talking, it hurts me too, but I think it's time we had a dialogue. For the same reason why I say, like, bro, it's the same reason why you see those gym channels when they point out fake natties. And it's the same thing where it's like, bro, Big Sean looks like they stuffed tube socks into his stomach and just called it abs, bro. What did you notice about this picture, ladies and gentlemen? I'm trying to teach y'all. Look at the pectoral muscle. Hold on. Deflated. I'm wondering if they go in there and scoop out some of that to put. But I'm saying, like, you guys got to realize too, the reason why I always push doing it naturally or doing it just because going under the knife, you're doing surgery, bro. There are complications and problems that come with that too. Oh, y'all thought this was going to be a whole roast video. No, I'm trying to give y'all some knowledge. You know what I mean? So you might go in there, try to get the abs. He still got love handles, it's crazy. Still have the abs, just the stomach, and then come through with the flat chest. Come through with come on, that is, and then now, let's really close up the irony. What do all 3 of these niggas have in common? Big Sean, French Montana, and Drake. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, just something I realized. All 3 of these people have been people who have openly or behind the scenes have had issues with one rapper. And I only point out that rapper because that rapper was the same rapper who said, V12, it's a fast one. Let your core audience stomach that, then tell them where you got your abs from. V12, it's a fast one. Bah, bah, bah. And he also said, don't be taking them shortcuts. The same rapper you always see doing burpees and getting right naturally. I find it ironic that all three of these niggas have had issues with Kendrick Lamar. Nah, not the Anchor App Society have came together against it. Okay, so I said I would read, get to some of the comedy. Now, I just wanted to read some of the comments that were people were saying. Shout out to Dog Ninja. Someone said he built like a trans man. Now I can't unsee it. And Dennis said V12 is a fast one. Let your core audience. Why Drake built like a hammer here, bro? He built like a mallet. Like how? Just all sides. No way. Hold on, that's an ad. Is that BBL Drizzy? Oh no. Hold on, let me get to the most hilarious ones. Hold on. Niggas abs made out of pig skin. These might be the fakest abs I've ever seen. These are legit, no cap, the fakest abs I have ever seen. Like, look at those arms. He skipped arms, focused only on stomach, Kendrick, and that's not even possible. Even if you only focused on stomach, there'd be other muscle groups that would be defined too. Now, let's go to the most viral tweet I've ever tweeted in my life, which shout out to everybody who follows me at ScrewfaceOn. Shout out to everybody who retweeted this. I want to go to some of the comments in this. How do I? Hold on. There was a. We can go to view post engagements. All right, I wanted to go to the quotes because people were putting in. I gotta give y'all some light. Shout out to G to the P. The nigga face trying to see if we'll feel. He trying to test it. Bro. It looked like you were wearing a brown bubble coat, bro. That don't even look like. Y'all should have left Kendrick alone. I think he put a curse. Kendrick knows some sort of voodoo. Somebody said that, and I believe it. Kendrick knows some sort of voodoo. Oh hell no. DEI Twitter put the no. Oh no. These industry niggas is weird. Yeah, that's another one too where there's people, it's just angry OV hoes in the comment being like, why are you body? Why are you talking about his body? Why are you? Even though these are the same people that when Drake was talking about Kendrick's shoe size and how short he was, like, oh, he ain't that nigga. Clock him, King. He ain't that nigga. Shut up, bro. Shut up, nigga. I can tell how many of y'all niggas grew up on the internet, never been in a roast battle, never that, nigga. Get out of here, nigga. Out of here. And there's another angle. You kind of sus. You talk about another dude's abs. Meanwhile, these niggas have whole dialogues about Drake Schwammy that he uploaded on the internet. What you mean, nigga? Like, and another thing too, like your phobia, I get you think that's a slam dunk calling a straight dude sus, but your phobia, you can't project it onto me. Like you could say that and I'm gonna take it like you said, like I take that the same way if someone was like, yeah, and you're Chinese. I would be like, I'm not Chinese. Okay. You are Chinese. All right. These jokes still flying. All right, hold on. Hold on. Why he looked like he stole abs and refused to give them back after multiple attempts? Why can't niggas just go to... I'm telling you, bruh. Niggas got too much money to be getting BBLs, bruh. Someone said Sean looked like a chewed Tootsie Roll, and I can never unsee that. So, the moral of the story is, natural always outwins. You could do whatever you want with your body, but you got to understand when you have big platforms and you one of these big people like that, there's a reason why people call out fake natties and people who are on substances and surgeries, because at the end of the day, y'all got enough money to pay to go do that. And I think it would be a better thing to show people is the dedication that it takes to actually get there than going under the knife and getting potato skin abs. Nigga. Your shit look like a wallet, nigga. Throw a handle on that shit. You got a purse, nigga. If you don't get your abs built by Birkin, nigga, them Birkin abs. If you don't get these Birkin... All right, let me chill. Let me chill. GMO abs, nigga. You don't get them goddamn...